What's up, everybody? It's J Mac, and welcome back to Bigfoot Input. Let's see, we're gonna dive into episode 23 today of cryptid reactions, or cryptid picture reactions. I want to thank everybody for your memberships, your continuing support. For $1.99 a month, if you're enjoying our content, it helps support our channel greatly. We have some new orders that came into the merch store, so those are being processed right now. We're excited about that, to have our first orders out of the merch store. So if you're interested in getting some merchandise, we'll post the link in the bio, and we'll post some pictures of the merch when it comes in. We haven't actually physically seen it yet, so it's kind of a cool thing. But and of course, we have our new channel, Cryptic Input. If you're into stories about, dark crime, dark paranormal, please hop over there and check that out. So, that being said, let's jump right into today's video. Let's see, this guy here, I'm going to let you come up with your own pronunciation for his name. This is from Jackson Gap, Alabama. And he hadn't even had his coffee yet when he took this picture. Said they'd heard some loud banging and stuff outside out in the middle of the night, and in the morning I guess they took this picture and they caught this guy, who I can't tell if this is the front or back of this creature, but I almost want to say I can sort of make out little faint facial features up there. And this is a big leg gap, and I think this is important because the gap we can see is the same color as the ground, meaning that this isn't some sort of like bush or something masquerading as a leg gap. So I think this is an actual leg gap, which would make these actual legs. And large, I think, I'm going to guess, I don't know, posterior here? I can't tell if it's front or back. I really can't. Unfortunately, the picture's just too blurry, but it is interesting. Looks like you got an arm coming off here, maybe. I think this is a legit picture. So I think that's a good capture. I like it. Good job. Thank you for the submission. Okay. This is from a TikTok called Jeremy Henson's Adventures. I don't think that he's claiming these photos are his or that he took them. I think that he just presents photos for you to look at. And that being said, this, I believe, your initial reaction is that this is a Bigfoot staring into a trail cam, which of course I think we all know is not likely. They typically avoid these cameras, because they don't like the infrared rays, or at least they know that they're there, the thermal rays. So, but that being said, this does look like a mouth, a frowning mouth, sort of. But this does not look like a nose. If this is the mouth, then this would be the nose. But there's like, I don't know, there's like 3 dark spots plus this one here. It's off center. Nothing about this makes sense. It doesn't look like a nose to me. And if this isn't a nose, then this isn't a mouth. So it's hard for me to tell exactly what this is, but I don't think it's a Bigfoot face. It could be some creature walking by of any sort. This could be like a elbow, or a shoulder joint of some kind. I don't think it's a mouth at all. I think that's just misconception or something to that effect. This one here, David Thundercloud. I believe that's Maryland State Bigfoot Trackers. Got a still shot here of this guy peeking out. What is this? I don't know. It doesn't look like a Sasquatch to me. It doesn't look like a Bigfoot, but it's definitely something. It's a face. You got a chin, lips. Looks like a large mustache here. Nose, eye there, eye there. Looks like some hair coming down over the forehead. That's all I can really say about this picture. It does not. It's definitely a face. It doesn't look like a Bigfoot face. So I don't know what that means. I don't know what kind of face that is. So you may have seen this picture before, but I still find it interesting. I mean, I tend to think that this is not real, but I always find it interesting when they have photos with dogs. You typically don't fake a dog's reaction. So the dog is staring right at this creature, you know. Now, is the dog barking? I don't know. We don't have any volume. Its tail. Hang on, I can't tell. The tail seems to be between his legs. Tail's coming down here. So he's definitely not aggressive. He's definitely frightened. But that doesn't make this guy real. You know? I hate the fallback on the guy in suit thing, but I mean, it just, the whole picture just seems staged to me. Um, it just looks like a mask, and that's all I can say about it, guys. I sometimes you just got to go with your gut, and I don't really have a logical reason behind why I feel this is fake, but I definitely feel it's fake. So I'm just gonna go with that, and if I'm wrong, then I hope someone can prove me wrong in the future, but I don't think so. Speaking of fake, let's take a look at this guy here. I don't think this is fake as much as this was never supposed to be a cryptid creature. You know, this is just, it looks like a guy wearing a belt. You see the belt right there across his waist. I think this is the bottom of a shoe. Arm length comes to about the glute area. It looks like he's walking away. Maybe he's walking back here to fix something. This is, see the spots all over this picture? How it's all grainy? This is because it's being taken from inside of a house. The picture's taken from behind a window. I think this is a crease in said window. Could be a car, I guess. But yeah, that's not a cryptid. That's a guy. This one here is from Eric James 77 on TikTok, Eric James on Facebook. He's got more than one credible picture. We've had dealings with him in the past. Very nice guy. I want you to look at this. This is important. So you see this black spot here, and then there's another one here. Keep in mind that that's not part of the creature. That's just background. So I'm going to zoom in on what is the creature. This guy right here. As I said, forget about this. His head starts about here and goes around here. Comes up to there and goes around here. What this is, the eyes separated by the nose. This is a juvenile Sasquatch. Right? There's the lips. It doesn't look like his cone-shaped head is grown to the shape that it will grow in the future. But this is a really great shot of a juvenile Sasquatch. So, good job, Eric. Thank you for your submissions. And maybe we'll bring back some of the other ones and have a closer look at some of the other ones that he's done. We've done them in previous videos, but he has some great shots. This one here is titled Wow, and I don't know if that's an acronym or if it's just wow. So you got two trees here, one there, one here. But behind those trees, you have this face. This head, rather. And I think you got an eyeball here, an eye there. And you got lips here for sure. Forehead. Now, is this a Bigfoot? I don't know, and I don't think so. What else could it be? I also don't know that. So I got to be honest, this is a weird picture, and your guess is as good as mine as far as what it actually is. But I think that we shouldn't dismiss it. It is something. But what, I'm not sure of. I don't know where this picture came from. I wish I did. I wish everyone watermarked their pictures so we could all know. This is obviously a Sasquatch. I mean, eyes, nose, mouth. The face is sort of bereft of fur. And then you've got the nice cone-shaped head here, which is blocked out by this tree. Big furry body, that typical reddish brown color. I mean, this is just obviously a Sasquatch. And I have absolutely no clue who took this picture or who to credit it to. So if anyone knows, please let us know. But that's a good shot of a Sasquatch. So whoever took it, thank you. We're going to revisit this one. I originally had thought that this was the face and head and arm and leg of a white or albino Sasquatch in the snow. I have to credit Rob in the van for being the first person to speak up and say, actually, that's a horse's ass. Yeah. That is what that is. Actually, come to think of it, there's a tail here, there's the rump there, you got the mane up here, the eye and the snout and the dark like nostril mouth area. So that's a horse's ass. That's what Q calls me on occasion. I think it's like a term of endearment, really. So I don't know who Mark Q is to contact him about this. This is 7/4, looks like 2020 maybe. It does have a copyright mark on it, so I don't know, if he copyrighted this picture or not. But if is that Ontario Sasquatch? Mark, I don't know. Mark Q, I'm not sure who that is. But anyway, if anyone knows, let me know in the comments so we can credit him for this picture. But this is phenomenal. I mean, just mouth, nose, eye. We can kind of see the side of the eye there. We can see the ear right here, and the head up here, which goes all the way up into this tree line. This is a fantastic picture of a Sasquatch. It's just great. I mean, all the facial features are there. Excellent. Excellent. Alright. Let's see. Speaking of fakes. This looks like a Sasquatch climbing up the side of an icy hill. It looks like that. You can see the long hair here with some curls and stuff like that. That is the only part that looks like a Sasquatch. Let's come down here. You see these wrinkles in the sleeve of this jacket or coat? You'll also see those wrinkles here in the gut area. And then I think if we look closely down here, you're going to see a shoe. See where the pant leg comes down and then doesn't quite meet the back of the shoe, so you can see some of the snow there. This guy's wearing a shoe. So this is I'm going to say like a mountain climber guy climbing up the side of a hill, not a Sasquatch. Here's another one from Jeremy Henson's Adventures on TikTok. Go check him out. Again, I don't believe that he claims these pictures are his or that he took them. However, I'm going to show you why this picture is not real. Can we all see this? This blurred line here that traces the entirety of the creature. Can't see the top of his head, but see how it comes down there on this side, and then also on this side here, blurred line all the way down to the bottom. Okay, so this is indicative of AI or Photoshop. That's all I can say. That's unfortunately it's not a real picture. Let's see. I want to make sure that I didn't miss any. That one, got that one. Okay. So I'm kind of saving the best for last here, which is this one. Okay. So every so often, Kathy Westerman, Bigfoot World, Aim to Frame, comes to the table with something weird that we can't explain. And this is one of those times. So what I'm seeing here, first of all, is a complete blur. But what I'm seeing here is a large cone shape, which comes down here. And then I'm seeing an eyeball, a nose, and a mouth. I can even see a cranial ridge right here. But it's all 100% completely blurred. I mean, that's an eyeball. But anyway, I believe that Sasquatch can camouflage, sure, like a chameleon or even like an owl. But I'm not necessarily on board with them being able to cloak, as some people believe that they can do. This picture, all I'm going to say is that it's certainly a large brick in the wall of evidence that you need to prove that Bigfoot can cloak. You know, does it prove it? Well, maybe not, but it's certainly compelling. I don't think that this is a creature in motion because the entirety of it is in view. So I maybe it is. Maybe it is just in motion. Either way, it's an incredible shot of something. We have to admit that. Of what? Well, we're not entirely sure yet, but we're gonna put this in the vault and we'll come back to it. Once again, look at that eyeball. I'm sorry, it astounds me. That's an eyeball right there. Kathy Westerman, Aim to Frame, Bigfoot World. Go check out their group on Facebook and their YouTube. Excellent group with excellent evidence coming out of that group. And I'm going to do one final scope here. I want to look here just to make sure. I don't believe we forgot anybody. I want to thank you guys so much for the support. And if you are enjoying our content, please subscribe. Please become a member of the channel. We'd love to have you for exclusive content and things like that. So once again, I appreciate everything. This is J Mac, and I'm out.